on the button game going right now. Things are already beginning to pick up, and we have a massive amount of action. We have some stats for you there. That is my window, a.k.a. my cheat sheet. And we are going to be matching the stack fully for this game. So this is going to be awesome. I am very excited about it. What is it in? And someone next to you that sits in, we're not going to be doing bomb pots.
They're not committed.
Okay, yeah, but just so next to them knows. I told everybody, but just in case, just let them know when they see it. Yeah, it looks like we've got pretty good hands here already. We're off to a good start. Mohawk with the pocket deuces, the ducks, the swans. You know it. You love it. And, of course, we've got the ace-high flop for Jason. But 2 spades on there for Heath, newcomer to the table. And Mr. Paisakis catching a small piece of that flop, hitting a pair of 4s. Still better than Mohawk, who folds, of course, the under pair. You see that ace on the board 4 ways, and, you know, you kind of think of an escape strategy. Start thinking about exit plans. And here we go. That final spade hits the board. Heath making a flush. Got to feel pretty good about that. Paisaki's betting out into him. That's also a good feeling. $60, half pot. Heath now thinking about, hey, wait a second. How much value can I get out of this? And he is piecing together a raise here. Raise to 125.
So Jason's, I think, doesn't play Bob Pot, so he's gonna sit out everyone. So that means they're effective than any of that fine.
No, just keep it without bomb pots.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let this out.
Yeah. Thank you. And there you go. You see Heath getting that pot, first pot of the live stream, going to our newcomer, Mr. Heath Adams. Wearing a shirt full of rubber duckies right there. I gotta say, I like that. I do like it a lot. And Coach looking at some pocket 6s. Frankie, the 5 tray, the Charlie. And I do believe Frankie might get spicy with it. Sure does. And I believe he announced a raise of 25, putting out 1 green chip. Hey, Justin Caldwell in the chat, Mr. Ham himself. And here comes Mr. Chepe. Clearing the sinuses a little bit. You got to stay on your game here. Now, it does look like Frankie just calls the 10. $10 straddle looks to be in effect by Mr. Coach with the pocket 6s. That is not a straddle surprise. That is actually a decent hand, even under the gun. Ham, what you been up to, my man? How has life been treating you, sir? And Mohawk 3-betting with the Jack 10, Basil's favorite hand. But Mr. Basilio could be in the chat a little bit later on. Always looking forward to seeing him reporting in from North Korea. Seven, 3, 3. 5-3 is so strong right now. Hey, I'm asking who the Tigers fan is. Cheering on Mr. Kinch. That's what that is. That'll be Mr. JK. Ham says he's on his way to Disney. That sounds like a good old time. I gotta say, I like that. My sisters, my 2 sisters, and my sister-in-law and my mother all just got back from a Disney trip. So hopefully they took care of it for you. Hopefully it's still clean. And Coach with the pocket sixes. Actually, not a bad board for pocket sixes. Unfortunately, he just ran into it with Frankie holding a 3 in his hand. Got trip threes. In my opinion, the best trips to have. Coach really taking his time with this decision here. $75 to call. And it does look like he's just piecing out a call here. 8 comes on the board. Another overcard to Coach's pair of sixes. See if that slows the action down. It looks like it does go check, check on the river. And Frankie's going to take that one with the Charlie. And that'll do it right there. Mr. Tech in the box making his grand return here. Shuffling up with lightning speed. All right, so it looks like the topic of discussion here, off-topic discussion, is going to be Disney World versus Disneyland, and what is your favorite ride? For me, it's going to be Disney World. And I think, you know what, honestly, Space Mountain. Even as much as it breaks down, I think Space Mountain is my favorite. Been a good couple of times in my life. Got a couple of Disney adults in my family. And Mr. Harder here. Or sorry, I don't know why I keep calling him that. I called him that on the floor. Mr. Heinzman, Jason, with the King Jack, the house hand. 1 suit off from the actual house hand, King of Hearts, Jack of Spades. Getting 3-bet by Mr. Mohawk. 10-8 off suit. Getting a little spicy. Building a pot. And Heinzman does make the call. He is ahead for now. 3-1 favorite thereabouts. And that flop comes out with 2 aces on it. Jason probably a little nervous about that flop. Getting 3-bet in position. Yeah, Mohawk, all he has to do is breathe on that pot, and I think Jason is folding. And that does appear to be exactly what happens. Yeah, of course, Mohawk folding face down. Got 3 Jasons at the table. Write in the chat if you can name all 3 of them. Well, one of them is a freebie. His name is on there as Jason. But the other 2, let's see, a little bit of KoJack's trivia. And we've got a couple of viewers here in the live stream. Looking good. Thank you for checking us out. We really appreciate it. Happy Thursday, everybody. A lot of people like to say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. For me, it's always so happy it's Thursday. One of my favorite jokes. Very difficult to get across, though. If you get it, you get it. What can I say? So happy it's Thursday, kind of like TGIF. And it looks like Paizaki's here with the suited ace-9. Going to be 3-betting to $45. Coach with the ace-jack has him dominated. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I guess something bubbled. And Lou with the 6-deuce, getting a little gambly. And we are 3 ways to the flop here. Queen, Jack, 9. Almost a piece for everybody. Giving Lou a little bit of room to check raise here if he's confident his opponents aren't holding a queen. Paizaki's piecing out $45 C-bet here with the pair of 9s. Coach has him bested with the pair of jacks and is going to peel another card, it looks like. Lou, some low cards. Getting the call from Jose. Trying to move his chip stack around. And a king comes off on the turn here. Giving Broadway draws to both players. A 10 will result in a chop pot. Baizaki's looking for a 9 and a 9 only to stay in the game with all of his chips intact. Coach betting out $75 this time. Baizaki's making the fold. Doesn't like that other overcard there. And Coach might be thinking he got one through. Stacking some chips very nicely. Already done about 6 hands here on this live stream. Number 7 coming at you. And I don't know if you caught that, Mr. Liu. Dishing a little payback to his seatmate there, Mr. Jose. Putting a double straddle out there for him. And we've got the $10 straddle live on this hand. 5 on the button is a mainstay here at KoJack's. I don't want to say it was invented here, but maybe pioneered here. Players love it. Instead of having a small blind and a big blind, you have a single blind on the button, and the action does not change pre-flop and post-flop. Good way to learn poker, and also gives a little spice to the game. Mohawk with the aces, raising it up to $50. Lou with the Charlie. Looks like he is going to be coming along here. See what the flop brings. Mohawk, a pretty dangerous player here. King 3-9. A pair of threes for Liu. And Mohawk betting out $100, it looks like. 125 is the bet. And Liu's coming along with this pair of threes. A non-believer. Mohawk also holding the ace of diamonds. Another king comes off on the turn. Ace of diamonds, a very relevant card here on this flop with the 2 diamonds. He knows he's not up against an ace-high flush draw. Betting $200, and Liu does make the fold. No improvements there. A good size for Mohawk. Looks like if you want to call with that board, that king may have helped me out. I'm going to bet big. And a little dealer change action here. And Mr. Gabriel coming into the box. Gabriel, one of our newer dealers, one of my favorite dealers already. We're shuffling things up here, pitching out some heat. See what kind of flops we can get here. Thanks for checking us out, everybody. Starting to see those viewership numbers picking up. Thanks again for checking us out. We really appreciate you. We're doing these live streams every Thursday. We've got a couple of games in store for us for the start of the next month. Is going to be a good old time here. And we are going to be doing a bomb pot on this hand. Four cards for everybody, 2 boards for everybody. Action is twice as nice. Got those cards flying. Here we go. Time to read some hands. Let's see what we've got. Poker Face Superman. There he is right on cue, watching from North Korea. First board is a king, an 8, and a 7. Rainbow. Second board, a little smaller, ace 5-5. A little smaller and a little bigger at the same time. Looks like Mr. Mohawk first to act and be checking in flow. Allowing the graphics to catch up. Yeah, those graphics taking a little while. Megan in the chat saying best poker stream in the West. You know what? I'll take it. I can't disagree with you. I do believe West Texas qualifies as the West. Although I have heard it's part of the South as well. Kind of an interesting dynamic. Maybe the Southwest. Either way, we're the best poker stream in the West. We're broadcasting live worldwide. Frankie with a pair of jacks here. Jose, actually a pretty decent wrap. He's got that 7 connector right there on the top board. And Mohawk a little more connected on that bottom board with the 5s. Going to need some help there to get to a straight. It does look like he is away from the table, abandoning his hand. That is a fold. And Frankie with the pair of jacks on one board, a pair of aces on the other, does decide to get away from it. Mr. Blasto holding trips. Got the 5. Very nervous about any overboats. JK with the king and the 7. A set of 7s. Not quite a full house. And Heath with the pair of aces and the king kicker, as well as the pair of kings. And the ace kicker. Another 5 on the top board, switching things up, and another king on the bottom board. And you see that river card kind of sliding around there. A 6 and a deuce. No flushes complete. JK with the set of 7s. And Mr. Heath with the 2 pair, the aces and the kings. Chop, chop, as we say. Split pot, depending on where you're from. And here we go. Good wash of those cards. Mix them up good, Gabriel. And just like that, we are off to a good start here. We are doing a full match the stack with this game, so I do expect players to start adding on pretty soon. Rebuying with the maximum they can come in for. Jose with the king jack. King of hearts, jack of clubs. Still have yet to see the actual house hand. Each one just one suit off, and barely so. Right color, wrong suit. We are KoJacks in Midland. Kings over jacks. And it looks like Liu's going to 3-bet it to 50 with the king 7 off suit. No folds. Mr. Blasto coming along with the suited king of diamonds. 3 kings accounted for. 200 in the middle. Ace, of course, hits the board. That should slow some things down here. Let's see if Jose wants to keep up in the hand. Mr. Blasto taking the betting lead, betting $50. Taking the betting lead away from Liu, who was the 3-better pre-flop. And he's going to raise it up. I like the aggression here. And this absolutely looks like a value bet trying to dissuade any flush draws from continuing. And it has the desired effect. Look at Lou wiping some sweat off his brow. And he gets one through with a stone cold bluff. I like it. I like it a lot. on the hand number 9 here. And we have a big weekend coming up as well. Don't forget the Women's Championship is going to be taking place this weekend. Friday, August 1st. Tomorrow is flight letter number A at CCC. We've got flight letter number B here at KoJack's on the 2nd. And we're starting things off at 3 p.m. tomorrow and 6 p.m. here at KoJack's on Saturday. And this is what we've got going on for today, the Thursday live stream, 5 on the button. J.K. Dent looking down at some queens, raising it up to $30. Let's see if any customers want to come along. Got some delicious food in the snack bar, courtesy of Mr. Jaime. Making some runs to and from the tables, checking things out. Jose with the 6 deuce. And Frankie with the 4 deuce. Let's see what this flop brings here. JK still ahead even after that 8-7-7 board. 1 diamond out there for Frankie, but 2 hearts for Mr. Jose. If he can get there on that flush, JK does hold the queen of hearts. If that comes on the turn, JK may be priced into a call if a 3rd heart comes off on the turn, though you can already see 4 of them are dead. 4 of them have been folded already. Jose making the call here for 60 with his flush draw. 4 of spades on the turn. No help to either player. 210 in the middle. This pot is growing and fast. Joe Vegas in the chat. Get Tronzo away. Yes, sir. Things are looking pretty good out here, my friend. Glad to see you in the chat, my man. And Jose does not want to call, but it looks like he may evaluate the options a little further. 1 card to come. 175 to win 385. A little smaller than half pot bet. He does make the call. Got 6 outs here. A 5 will get him a straight. Any heart will get him. Oh, and it's a 7 instead. 3 7s on the board. Yahtzee. JK all in here with the full house. 7s full of queens. That'll be good enough to put him on the board if he can take down this pot. And as we can see, he's got the check mark. Jose missed his flush and his straight. Gets away from it. And JK turning over his hand. He's got the full house. We are running a fantastic promotion right now. We call it the Fortune. All day, every day, we are adding money into that jackpot 4 hours at a time. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., we're adding another $100. At 12 midnight, we're adding another $100. And at 4 a.m., we're adding another $100. We're doing it all over again every single day. Make 4 hands in 4 hours. And we've got extra 2 hour, an additional 2 hours on the window for Sunday afternoon. Get here at 2 p.m. You get 6 hours. Now, the very first time we expanded the window, we had the fortune hit. We're up to $13,500 here for the next 35 minutes. And then we'll be at $13,600. All you got to do is flop a set. Have it hold as a set, 7s or better. Make Broadway with an ace in your hand. Hit a flush with the ace in your hand. Or make a full house, 7s or better. And you can take home that jackpot. Make all 4 of those hands in 4 hours. And that jackpot is yours. JK now looking down at the pocket kings. Well, upgrade from the queens. I'm going to go ahead and call it right now. That is the hot seat. Raising it up to $35 this time. Baizakis with the pocket 4s gets out of the way. Coach ace-9 on the borderline there, but he does make the fold. Under the gun raise, pretty strong. And let's see if JK wins 2 in a row. Looks like he does. No customers on the kings. Turns him over, says, I got the goods. You can see a couple players patting themselves on the back. Love to see that. And Mr. Heath Adams there in the Ducks shirt. One of our newer members here at KoJack's, having a good old time playing. Really seems to enjoy the action, which there is no shortage of. I will tell you that right now. This live stream is a small sample of what we get going on every single day here. We've got cash games. We've got all kinds of tournaments. Our tournament schedule looking really, really good. And we are going to be bringing back a bigger one. And even there is talks of a high roller that'll be taking place a little bit later on in August. So make sure to check that out. Stay up to date with all the latest on our Facebook page. Check out our page on Poker Atlas as well, where we post all the different tournament events and things like that. And Jason now with the King Queen suited of diamonds. Frankie with the 5-4. Blasto another suited king. The Bow Wow. And not a bad flop for anybody. JK with top pair here, the pair of aces. Jason looking for a jack to make Broadway. Mr. Blasto, one piece of the pie right there. But he does get away from chasing that club draw. No puppy paws for him. $15 bet makes the call. We are up to 50 in the pot. A king comes off. Jason now with a pair. Jason looks like he's betting $15 more into that pot. And a 5 on the river, 5 of spades. I do think that'll shut everything down here. Oh, Jason doesn't care about those spades. Sizing up. 30. I don't know. Is that enough? It does. It is enough to get JK out of the pot. And Jason scoops a good one. Played that one just right. That women's championship is going to be coming up this weekend, and we will be live streaming the final table here at KoJack's on Sunday. We're going to kick things off at 1 p.m. And we should be good to go there. I'm looking forward to it. This will be fantastic. So make sure to come out to CCC tomorrow for flight letter number A. And make sure to come out on Saturday here to KoJack's flight letter number B. That is going to be fantastic. Really looking forward to it. And Paisaki's here with the 9-7 suited, making the call. Or, sorry, raising to $15. Coach with the King Jack suited of diamonds as well. Frankie with the Queen Jack of puppy paws coming along here. Jose is suited ace, also in the mix. Heath out of there. Forfeiting that button blind. Paisaki's getting rid of his suited hand. No longer at the domination station. That is 2 diamonds already out of circulation. Jose with another flush draw. This time the steel wheel. That board not quite high enough for Coach or Frankie to connect, but Frankie does keep up the aggression here, betting 125.
They were asking, did you get a $5 bill and 5 ones from Fabian for time?
Yeah, I did. No, it was for chips.
For chips?
Yeah.
Oh, you gave him?
I gave him 10
chips.
Yeah,
Instead.
I gave him two reds.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
And Jose goes all in with his flush draw, and Frankie gets out of there. Jose scooping a $245 profit. Not too bad on that one. And Heath with the Jack 9, raising it up to 20 bucks. Mohawk coming along. Almost flops the joint. Heath with a diamond in his hand. Mohawk making a bet on the monotone board. Heath undeterred with his 9 of diamonds. And even if that flush does hit, that'll put him in a kind of a tricky spot. The 4 gets there. Mohawk with a straight on a monotone board. He's thinking about how that changes things, but does he want to bet? He's already got chips in his hand. Looks like he wants to make a bet here, but he is going to check. Mohawk sizing up for value here. 115, it looks like. And Mohawk taking that pot down uncontested. Coach with the 9-5, Jose with the ace jack. He's going to be raising it up there. $35 to go. Jason out of the way. JK with the suited ace pitches it into the muck. Looks like Heath likes the king queen here. A couple of Broadway cards. Making the call for 35 more. King 10-5. 2 spades on there. Sorry, Queen 10-5. Heath with top pair. Good kicker. Taking the betting lead. 60 bucks to go. Jose needs one of the kings that Heath is holding in order to make Broadway. Coach with the 9-5. Pair of 5s not going to be good enough here. Had he not straddled, I don't know if he would have played that hand. That is a board that does not connect all too often. Not only with his holding, but also with his range. And there you go. Mr. Heath taking it down. Yeah, Mr. Gabriel shuffling up those cards once again. Frankie with the 9-6 making the call here. Looks like a straddle is in play. Liu with the Jack 9, Jose with the 7-6. JK with the Queen 10. And Mohawk with a slightly better queen 10, 3-betting to $75. Nice little pot builder bet there, buying himself some position. Lou Colin with the Jack 9 suited. JK folds the queen high. Gabe putting out a flop with an ace on it. Ace 4 deuce. 2 diamonds for Lou. Yeah, Mohawk likely to see bet here with that ace on the board, and he does just that. And Mohawk putting in a good bet. Lou going all in and folding. Mohawk is out of the pot. And Lou creeping above that $1,000 mark. Doing pretty good for himself. And we've done a good couple of hands here now. 16 hands. Let's take a look at this VPIP number. Seems higher than it actually is, I'll be honest. Frankie only playing 43% of his hands, only in air quotes. Jason down to 20% here. Looks like Lou and Coach right in the middle at 31% along with Mr. Blasto. VPIPs are decent this time. Not quite as high as what we have seen in the past. A tighter table for our live stream, but even these numbers still bringing a lot of action here. We've seen some pretty decently sized pots already. Mr. Blasto with the queen 10, Lou with the 5-4, Jason with the 4 tray, and JK out of there. Coach's suited queen, not going to be good enough to play this time. Off to a flop with 105 in the middle. Ace, Jack, 10. Mr. Blasto with the 10. Paizaki's a slightly weaker 10. And Heath making top pair. Blasto betting out $55. Heath out of there. No, Heath in there. JK out of there. Pre-flop. Just kidding. JK, y'all. Heath with a weak ace. About the best flop you can ask for with that particular holding. Sizing up as his opponent maybe holding 2 pair here. And he does let it go. Paizaki's out of there too. And Blasto taking that pot down. Pair of 10s and a Broadway draw going to be good enough for that one. Hey, I didn't realize the ladies tournament started at 1 p.m. for our live stream on Sunday.
I don't think I'm scheduled for something.
Yeah, would you be willing to come in at like 1 to help out with the live stream?
I think so. I just have to check my schedule when I get home. I don't think I have anything planned, but I'll just have to figure it out.
I'll put you on there for now just so that I don't forget to put you on there. And let me know if you can't make it and I'll try to make something else work.
Gotcha.
Thank you. And Lou with the 9-7, Jose with the 7 tray. Jose not going to play that. Heath not going to play that. Mohawk gonna play that. Suited king, raising it up to $30. There it is. Coach with the house hand. I knew it was getting close. The actual house hand, King Jack. Ace high board, ace 10-6. Those aces really have a good way of finding themselves on the flop. Queen 5 for Frankie. Out of there. Mr. Blasto takes it down with a pair of 10s. And we got a nice little dealer change here. Mr. Joey coming into the box, one of my favorite dealers. Frankie with his best Crown Royal getup. You know what, Ham? I think you're going to disagree with me, but I think Frankie might be the best dressed at the table. Got a couple of good contenders. JK with the LSU garb. We've got those rubber duckies on Mr. Heath. I like it. And you know what? Second to that, not really at the table. I got to say, I love the KoJack's hoodies. The one that Joey is wearing right now. Very soft. Jose may have the best shades. And he looks down at the King 7. Jason with the 9-4 out of there. No suited king for JK. Heath with the Queen Jack, putting some chips in the middle, raising it up to $20. Mohawk coming along with the ace deuce suited.
I'll do the math on there. How much blew that on for after?
Queen Jack 3 on the board. 2 pair for Heath. And he does check, a good sneaky check right there. There's another 4, this time a 4 of diamonds. Nobody holding diamonds, nobody chasing that flush. But Mohawk is in a good spot here to make a straight if a 5 hits the board. And Mohawk does let it go. Heath betting 65 with his 2 pair. Frankie out of there. Lou out of there. Jose out of there. And Heath will take it down. And don't forget about that women's championship. That one, again, coming up on Friday. That one starting us off at CCC in Odessa, our sister club. Should be a good turnout for that one. Flight letter number B. Here at KoJack, starting at 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then Sunday at 1 p.m., we are going to be doing day 2. Taking the top 15% of all players for our qualifiers. Qualifying flights A and B. Top 15% will make it to day 2 on Sunday, and we are going to be live streaming that final table. It's going to be a very exciting event. Always generates a lot of buzz. We're going to have food for the ladies. It is going to be fantastic. Jason with the pocket 10s. JK with the Queen Jack. 9-6-4 on the flop. Lou with a pair of 9s. Jose with a pair of 6s. JK betting out here with the Queen Jack. Jason's pocket 10s here are best right now. And he's going to think about it. This may be a raise spot for him. Well, just a call, it looks like. Good thud for that call. Tapping the table pretty good. That 7 may slow some of the action down. Jose now with the straight draw here. Jason checks. JK checks. Lou with top pair. Thinking about whether he wants to go for some value or not. And he does decide a large bet here. It looks like about $150, $200. 150 is the bet. Jose with his straight draw. Pair of sixes. Getting an eye of his opponent's stack. Putting in the money. Here it comes. Jason with a decision to make, looking up for help maybe. Pocket tens, still best right now. That 7 does connect with the board in a lot of different ways. Some of these other players may be getting aggressive with a heart draw. Overpair might not be good. That 7 also connecting a lot of different straights. 8-10, for example. Jason really put to the test here. It looks like he says fold. He doesn't like it, but he is folding. And there's a 10. Both players with a straight now. Jason would have made trip 10s. Yeah, he would have been no good with that river card. Might be kicking himself now, but once these players reveal their holdings, he might pat himself on the back. Lou betting 200. Jose yet to call. Does have a straight. Not a straight to the jack. Oh, he goes all in and gets a call. Both players table their hands, and Jason says, oh, man, I did dodge that one. Look, he's very excited about that. He was ahead the whole way until the river, but he got out of there just in time to avoid disaster. And it is a chop pot. Joey distributing those chips evenly. And now the button moves. Mr. Jason got best position on this one. Thanks for checking us out. We are KoJacks in Midland. Got a good couple of viewers here on all of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks again for watching us. You are the reason that we put these live streams on. Have a good time reaching out to the people across the world. Poker Face Superman says he's watching from North Korea. A little bit suspect. You got to be spending a fortune in airfare every single week. And Heath with the 10-7, Mohawk with the King-9, the Bow Wow coach also with a Bow Wow. A Bow Wow of his own. And Jose with the Queen-Jack here. Frankie with the ace 10 here. Certainly playable, especially in that +4 spot. The question is he going to get any customers? Lou even folding the ace 9. And it looks like Frankie gets almost a walk here. A raise will do it. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Mr. Charlie would have been here for this live stream. A commentator extraordinaire, but send help. He's got an infected tooth. Not feeling too good out there, so send him some non-sugar gift baskets. Hopefully you get well soon, buddy, if you're listening. Yeah, Mohawk with the 6-5 suited. Frankie with the 6-5 off-suited. Lasto doing the old two-handed pitch, throwing his cards into the muck. Queen Jack 10 is the flop. Lou with top pair and a Broadway draw. Heath with the spade draw. Could go runner for that straight flush. However, unlikely that may be. Mohawk not connecting at all with that board. Another 10 hits. Heath with trips. Lou looks like he wants to check his option here. No, he doesn't. He does the opposite. He bets 125. Heath is behind any Broadway holdings like ace-king. But he does hold 2 spades and got 3 10s in his hand. And he is going to make the call, it looks like. No, it's a raise, a big raise. 265. Snap call from Lou. Inconsequential 8 on the river. Heath misses the flush. Check on the river. And Heath gets there. Gets the check mark and pulls in a big pot. Almost $700 in the middle. Good juicy pot for Mr. Heath. Let's pull up the winnings and losses. Now, this game started at 6 p.m. These players had a little bit of play before we went live on the live stream. But as of the beginning of this live stream, Heath is up $335. And Paisaki is now throwing the party here, down 310. Coach down 105. Jose down 100. Not a whole lot of chips moving around. Not quite yet. This game is loosening up. Again, full match the stack. That means players can add up to 1285 to match Mr. Heath's big stack there. Coach with the king-queen, raising it up to $20. Frankie with the 9-7. Lou with the ace-5. Basil asking how Mohawk is on the phone. We do not allow phones at the table. We ask that all players put their phones away because it interferes with the RFID system that we use here to read the cards. No little guy under the table. No walkie-talkie. Heath flopping the joint here. And the ace-high flush on the flop. Checks around to him, and he does a little sneaky check. Nobody taking the bait. Another diamond there is absolutely going to be slowing down the action. He's going to try for a little value. I don't expect anybody's going to call. $25 is a call me bet. And I don't think anybody's going to be falling for it here. Lou thinking about it, though, and actually raising 75. Raised to 100. He thinking about it and does put some money in the middle. Wasn't able to see the exact count. 250. Lou cannot call this one. Small bet, big raise. Well, 3-bet on the turn action. He takes it down. Coach adding on $500. Keep it up with the big stack. That's what I like to see. Let's get this game blasting off. Lou adding on as well. Looks like another $700. This is a real money cash game, everybody. We are not playing tournament poker. These are real dollars that are in front of all these players, and we're doing a full match the stack. Looks like the big stack now up to about $1,500 thereabouts. And we do have a straddle out on this one. Mr. Coach under the gun, putting out that $10 blind.
So they're not handed now. Do you want me to do a bump up?
No, just leave it because I think that seat's gonna get filled pretty soon.
Okay, so just don't bring it up. What if they bring it? They still know?
Yeah, it's. Thank you, my man.
No bump.
Coach with the K tray in the straddle position. Mr. Blasto with the 7-4 suited. Heath with the Jack 4 and Mohawk with the King 9. The Bow Wow suited. King of Spades, not quite good enough to go all in, but at least good enough for a bet. Raising it up to $25. Coach likes the suit, offsuit King. That flop is Queen 9-6. Mohawk with a pair of 9s. And that's about the best of it. Betting $50, keeping up the aggression. Everybody folds and he takes down that pot. Rebel Poker in the chat. Good couple of eyes there. What's going on, my friend? Glad to see you. Hope all is well. We're just getting rocking and rolling here. Been streaming for about an hour now. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We're going to be streaming until 10 o'clock p.m., but this game will be going on much, much later than that, especially as these stacks continue to grow. Paizaki's with the jacks. The fish hooks. And there's a king out there. Paizaki's with the check and a tray on the river. Frankie chasing that straight, bricks out, senses a little weakness, puts out a huge bet. Looks like it is an all-in. And Paisaki's with the best hand. Got a decision to make here. Flush draws bricked out. Straight draws bricked out. But there is that overcard to his pair of jacks. Otherwise, this would be a snap call. Is he up against a set of eights, maybe? Is he up against a pair of kings? Or is he up against a busted draw? Paisaki's in the blender. You can see him talking to himself, trying to replay the action here. Frankie calling under the gun. Paisaki's racing to $20, getting a call from Frankie. Frankie betting the flop. Paisaki's raising the flop. Frankie calls. Turn is check, check in the river. Basically a brick. Frankie goes all in. Strong line from Frankie. Maybe trying to induce a check raise on the turn, but Paisaki's makes the right call. Turns over the jacks. Almost $1,000 right there. Rebel Poker says he's at work. Hey, thanks for checking us out at work. Don't let your boss see you. Let him know that you do have my permission here. And Briggs in the chat. What is going on, my man? Chase in that straight. Nothing wrong with a little pun here and there. Good to see you, brother. Having a good time on this Thursday. Adrian Marquez in the chat saying, nice call. Yeah, that is an absolutely fantastic call. Scooping the biggest pot of the night so far, but these pots are only growing in size. And the button moves. Frankie adding back on here after that that bluff didn't go so well. We are once again doing that full match the stack. So yeah, these chips are going to be starting to fly around the table. And Mr. Robert, our floor extraordinaire, dressed so nicely. Look at that pattern on that shirt. And we are going to be doing that women's championship. And you ladies watching, if you have not made plans to be here for this women's championship, make sure to free up your calendars. Tomorrow at CCC, our sister club in Odessa, we'll be doing flight letter number A and flight letter number B here on the 2nd on Saturday at 6 p.m. And day 2 will be taking place here at KoJack's on Sunday. $140 to buy in, $10 dealer appreciation. We do appreciate our dealers. Adrian Marquez asking for a bomb pot. We are 10-handed. Bomb pots don't work so good 10-handed. Not quite enough cards. Heath now with the ace king of hearts. And Lou with the king 7 of hearts. Frankie with the 10-7. Diamonds. And the flop is all spades instead. I see that ace of spades. I know what I'm doing. Even if it's not in my hand, I'm going all in. Maybe not advisable here with these particular holdings. Ace king for Heath. Ace king of farts. And Heath betting 65, getting no callers, no customers. Everyone's out of there, and he's dragging a pot right there. Now it's Lou's turn to straddle. Straddling $10. And Jose with the double straddle. I like to see it. Getting a little wily. Gambo, gambo. And here we go, shuffling up some heat. And number 27 coming at you. Not a prime number, but I don't know. I got a feeling about this one. We've already got the double straddle out there. Got a good couple of players here at the table. I think fireworks are going to be happening. And Jose in the double straddle with the Jack 5. Heath with the Ace 8. And try and steal some dead money here with $45 raise. Mr. Blasto with the pocket 9s on the button. See, that's what I'm talking about. I told you there was going to be fireworks. Blasto makes the call, but both straddlers are out of there. We're actually heads up. 105 in the pot. 2 spades. No 9s, no aces. Heath does put together a C bet here with a couple of white chips. 35 is the bet. Mr. Blasto likes his overpair enough to re-raise. Looks like $85. He's thinking about it with his ace. He does have 2 overcards to the board. A couple of backdoor straight outs here. Does he want to concede to the aggression quite yet? $50 on top to call. 225 in the middle already. Decent odds here if he does want to peel off a card, and he does decide to do just that. A 2 comes off, pairing the board. No help to either player. He's getting a little nervous. Perhaps. Shaking that chair. That 2 doesn't change too much. He does decide to check. He's maybe slowing down here. Player holding a 2 might do a sneaky check. Mr. Blasto decides to go for some more value here with his overpair. Potentially chasing away any flush draws. And he does get a fold out of Heath. Mr. Blasto taking down another pot. And let's get a new look at these chip counts here. This leaderboard showing off Heath in first place even after that hand. Still up a good $810 since the stream began. Got 1405 in his stack. JK up 215. Paizaki's up 135 since the stream began. Taking down a pretty good pot earlier in the night. Mr. Blasto still turning a profit at 125. Was telling me he was, I believe, 6 live streams in a row turning a profit. Broke his streak last night, but only just. Down a small amount of money. Now he's in the green once again. See if he can start that streak over again tonight. Frankie, unfortunately, throwing the party. Down 550 right now. Jason just waiting for better cards than Jack Deuce. Jose with pocket 4s in the straddle. Not a bad place to be. Frankie with a suited 10. Some suited gappers right there. And Lou does decide not to gamble with the 9 deuce. 35 in the middle now after Jose making the call. 55, sorry, after Jose makes the call. 10-7 tray, pair of 10s for Frankie. Jose, no set, no straight draw. Not likely to continue on this board here. In Hollywood for a second. Actually does make the call. Looking Frankie up light, does have a pair and now a full house draw. Jose checks. Frankie with trips. A deuce comes off on the river. And Jose checks the river. Frankie may go for a little more value. No, decides not to keep Frankie decides to not keep betting his 10s. Words are hard sometimes. You say a bunch of words over the course of an hour and 11 minutes. Sometimes they get jumbled up. Good pat on the back from Mr. Blasto. Frankie wisely not betting that river. No worse will call you there. Yeah, we are KoJacks in Midland. King Jack for Jason. Just makes the smooth call here. A couple of Broadway cards in the hand. Coach with the pocket sixes, raising it up. Looking to hit 666 on the flop. And Jason comes along. We're heads up once again, 55 in the middle. Two ways to this flop. A king comes out. Jason with top pair. And Coach continues with the betting lead here. Betting another $30. Jason quickly calls. That ace comes off. That is not going to affect either player here. Coach, not a whole lot of aces in his range. Not going to bet that flop if he is holding an ace. Not usually. Oh, a set of sixes on the river. It is a club, though. Jason with top pair. Going to check. Coach, how much money can he get out of this player here? Decides to go for a big, healthy chunk. 125. Just barely betting over the pot. Jason going all in. Coach with a snap call. Set of sixes is good, and he drags a massive monster pot and the remaining chips in front of Jason. And it looks like Jason has been felted. He's out of there. And we got a nice dealer change here. Miss Yvonne coming into the box. Also one of my favorite dealers. We should have that seat filled hopefully soon. And I will take a quick break right now. We are back. The King Jack, the house hand for Mr. Coach. Mohawk with the suited King 10. But Lou is the one doing the 3-betting with the 5 deuce. Did take a tour around. We've got 4 tables going right now. $7-5-4 on the flop. Frankie flopping the best of it, actually. And Lou with a pair of 5s keeping up the action here. Another 10 comes off. Mohawk would have been best. Frankie goes all in. And a 4 comes off on the river. Frankie holds. And that'll do it. $1,860 in the middle. That is now the biggest pot of the night, as far as I'm concerned. We got 3 1-2 tables. We've got a 5 on the button round of each running right now. And, of course, our live stream table. So if you want to play poker, we got games for you. Doing 1-2 hold'em. We got 5 on the button round of each. And, of course, this live stream game that is going to continue on through the rest of the evening time. We're having a good time here at KoJacks. We are rocking and rolling. And shout out to some of our winners here who call this club their home club. Mr. Daryl Hopkins taking down event number 6, the Big O Championship. And Mr. Alex Cruz taking down almost $250,000 in a very recent tournament, another WSOP Series event. Love to see it. Paizaki's with the 10-4. Coach with the King Jack. That King Jack really getting around here. I don't know who is shuffling these cards. Frankie with the 6-5. Slightly dominated by Blasto with the 7-6. And Lou with the jacks. Just going all in. Mohawk folding the mystery hand. Coach kind of put to the test here. Lou has been very aggressive in these past couple of hands. Got a loose table image and just lost decent pot. Coach does put in the call. Mr. Blasto with the 7-6 does, you can see, want to call, but might be thinking better. Lou already all in. Is trying to peek at the cards. It is not advised, but these guys play a lot together. 755 in the middle, 9-6 tray, a jack for Lou, and a queen on the river. Lou says that jack hit me. Coach says, yeah, it hit me too. Turns over the single jack. Not going to be good enough, and Lou chips back up. And let's get a look at these stacks here now that the chips have changed hands. Heath still up $800 since the start of this live stream. Frankie, though, the big stack after adding on up to $1,840. Paizaki's with 1145 up 385. Lou throwing the party now down 1,000, even after that recent chip up, but still has a lot of chips in front of him, $755. That is going to be decently good there. And Lou, not one of the players you want to see with chips in front of him. 755, still a lot to do some damage with. Jose with the King 10. All right, Mohawk a little over 1,000. Eight, 6 deuce there on the flop. Jose betting into Lou and Lou folding. Miss Yvonne here shuffling up. I believe we have another player coming into that vacant seat. We are 9-handed right now. Still a good full table of excellent players. Frankie, Mr. Crown Royal himself, looking down at Ace King suited in the straddle. Blasto making the call with the 5s. JK with the 4s. And Frankie 3-betting to $60. Blasto coming along with the pocket 5s. JK not trusting the sailboats. Doesn't like the 4s. Jack, 7. Blasto still ahead. Frankie betting out $55. Blasto with the quick call. 10 comes off. Frankie improves to a straight draw. Looking for 14 outs. Frankie bets, Blasto folds. Just didn't like those 5s that much. Still laughing about it, though. A lot of camaraderie here at KoJack's. A lot of smiling faces, even after losing a pot. A lot of sportsmanship. Love to see it. And we did just get new felts. I don't know if you've seen our Facebook page lately. Excellent design on those felts. Courtesy of Mr. Reese himself. Doing a great job. Our felt installers also did a great job. And Lou with the 4 deuce. Not going to play that one. That one's out of the range. Heath with the Jack 10 here. Does want to raise. And Mohawk with the Ducks. Calling the $25 bet. Jack 7-9 on the flop. Heath with top pair. 2 hearts for Lou. I guess that one's in the range. And Mohawk out of there with the 2s. No set, no draw. Let's see if Lou wants to peel another card off. $45 to come along. And he does. The 4 comes off, giving Lou a pair as well as the flush draw. But Heath still best right now. Needs an 8 for a straight. And it looks like a little bet confusion here. Heath betting 80. Lou perhaps trying to raise. And Lou goes all in for $370. $290 more for Heath the call. Lou really playing that flush draw aggressively, but he's not in the worst shape. A 4-1 dog. Could be worse. A lot of hearts have been folded, affecting his equity. He does have a pair and a flush draw, though, usually pretty good, even against top pair. But we can see how many of those outs have been folded. Lou unlikely to hit his flush. But there are still 2 4s remaining in the deck. Like all the 2s have been folded. Heath may be a newcomer to KoJacks, but certainly not a newcomer to poker. Does make the call and is ahead. Hits an 8. Gets there on the straight. And Lou makes the fold. After seeing the bad news, the cards came up. Heath ahead, and Lou reaching into his pocket here. Pulling out some more bills. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be buying on for the maximum. And Miss Yvonne counting out 1,700. And that looks like the amount Lou is adding on for. You may see me here in a second. Took a quick break a minute ago. Surveying the room, seeing what the action's like. What's the room feel? Which I have to say, both are excellent right now. Like I said, we've got 5 tables going right now. 3 1-2 tables, 1 5 on the button round of each, and of course this live stream going right now. Lou with the Jack 8. Mohawk with the King 4 suited, the King 4 of farts. And Frankie with the 10-9. Yvonne putting out a king. No hearts, though. Mohawk with kicker problems, but that 3 and the deuce on the board may help him to bet. Find a little value bet action here. And he does bet $75. And we are on to the next one. No callers there. Just not enough of that hand. Or rather, not enough of that flop for any of the other players to continue. Mr. Kinch helping out a little bit, moving those cards over the readers. JK with the Queen Jack himself. Almost looks like he was going to fold. Not a bad hand at all, even to play out of position. Coach going to be playing that one in position, this time of the spades variety. And Mr. Blasto with the 2 remaining queens. The ladies are out in full force getting ready for that women's championship coming up tomorrow. And Coach does come along with the Queen Jack suited. JK, on the other hand, coming out, getting out of there with the Queen Jack offsuit. Coach gets 2 spades to the board here. Mr. Blasto still ahead, but does face an overcard and decides to check it, taking the safe option. Well, not that safe anymore. Coach now with the flush. He's going to go for some value here. Blasto coming along here perhaps with his queens. $120 to go. Decent size bet, 470 in the middle, 2 on the river, an absolute blank. Coach may be able to extract a little more value here from this hand. If Blasto is willing to call on the turn, he may be willing to call on the river. Now that absolutely nothing has changed. Coach sizes appropriately here. Looks like about 275. Blasto piecing out a call. Maybe getting a count of his stack. Let's see what he's got behind before he makes the call. And does make the call, a crying call at that. You can see the deep sigh before he puts in the chips. And Blasto turning over the queens, getting the bad news as Coach reveals the flush. And Coach now chipping up. Coach into profit town here. $1,595 in his stack. He's up $170 on the session since the live stream began. Heath up $1,275, our big winner so far of the night. At $1,870 in his stack. $1,930 for Frankie is the big stack, and he's up a cool $655. Lou throwing the party right now down $1,575, but still has about $1,600 in front of him. Just one double up away from making it back to Profit Town. Mohawk losing a little over $100 so far. Ace 8-4 with 2 hearts on the board. Frankie with the 5-6, actually not in the worst spot. The 9 comes off on the river. That actually helps Mohawk more. He's now up and down. Coach with the pair of 8s is best. Of course, that could change on the river. Mohawk betting $25 up and down straight draw. Betting that a little bit, just trying to build the pot here. Jose with the 5-4. A pair of 4s now is best. And he does put in the call. He's ahead for now. Ace comes off on the river. Jose's pair of 4s hold. But will he get to showdown? Mohawk checks. Jose checks. Waits for Mohawk to reveal the 10-7, the up and down straight draw. And Jose will grab that pot. And Basil in the chat there. It appears that Mohawk is far enough away from the table that it's not interfering with our cell signal, our RFID system that we've got here revealing the cards. As long as he continues to do that, takes a full step away from the table, we shouldn't have any problems here. We do much prefer players do put their phones away on the table in the back. Frankie with the king 7 suited here. Blasto with the queen 8. Out of there. Blasting away from the table. May not be happy about that call with the queens moments ago. And we've got a newcomer to the table, Mr. Tor, showing up. Lou with the ace queen suited, betting $100. And here we go. 300 in the middle, pre-flop, 3 ways. Jack 5 deuce, a whole lot of nothing for everybody. Frankie kind of doing okay there with the backdoor flush draw, but I don't suspect he'll call lose bet here. 140 more to go. And Lou going to take that one down. Chip it back up, close to even. Still got a little room to go, down 1370 right now. But again, he is a dangerous player when he gets chips in front of him. And he sure has a whole lot of chips, 1,865 in his stack. Thanks again for checking us out, everybody. We've got that women's championship coming up tomorrow. CCC is where things get started at 3 p.m. That is going to be an excellent, excellent tournament. Huge guarantee on it. $5,000 for a $140 entry, plus that $10 dealer appreciation fee. So $150 all in. As many rebuys as you need to. And we do have goodie bags. A couple of nice treats. And we may even have mimosas on day 2. We'll see what happens. Paisaki's with the 8-7 has been kind of quiet at the table lately, but playing some offsuit connectors. Frankie with the pocket 8s coming along for $15. Tor with the bow wow first hand. Heath also looking at the bow wow. 2 K9s out there. Wow, Queen 9-7, one of the last remaining 9s out there. Tor and Heath, both middle pair, good kicker. We are 6 ways to this flop, $90 in the middle until looks like Tor wants to put some more money in there. $45. Heath in position. Much tougher to call a bet with middle pair than it is to make a bet with middle pair. Even though these players have the exact same hand. Tor is in that position of strength after placing the bet. And Heath does let it go. Paisaki's out of there with his pair of 7s. Blasto's got 2 spades. Maybe trying to make up for some lost time here. Is fairly short stacked, only 215 behind. Does bet all in. Not a calling spot there. That is a all in or fold situation. And Mr. Blasto has decided the former option, all in, is the correct one. Found some chips, and I am shuffling them poorly in the background. Let's see if Mr. Blasto can find some chips as well. And we do get a fold. Tor also somewhat short stacked. This $215 would represent about 90 or more % of his stack. And Tor does lay it down. Blasto scooping up a cool $120 of profit on that last hand. And piling up those chips. We're moving on to hand number 42. Streaming for almost 2 hours now. Having a good time doing it. Thanks for checking us out. We are KoJacks in Midland, having a good time on this wonderful Thursday. Hopefully, hopefully the heat is not getting to you. And Paisaki's now with the ace Quisha, raising it up to $30. Frankie calling with the suited ace. Mr. Blasto calling with the Jack 10. And Jose in as well with one of the other remaining aces. There is one ace left in the deck by my count. King 8 tray coming off. Nobody really making too much of this flop. Frankie, backdoor flush draw. And Mr. Blasto, I guess, connecting the best. Now that that queen has hit, though, Jack 10 doing pretty well. Paisaki's with top pair, top kicker. And Mr. Blasto betting $55. Holding the Jack 10. Lou has changed seats on us. Trying to get a better feel for the table. Does make the call. And Paisaki's making the call as well. Two clubs out there. River card's another queen. Paisaki's with the trips. All the ladies coming out. Ladies will be coming out for that women's championship as well. Paisaki's with the smooth check. Lou representing one of the queens. Betting 175, it looks like. Into great danger. Paisaki's thinking about what he could be up against with another player to act behind him. That does make this decision a little bit trickier, but if you ask me, trips with the ace. And he is sizing up a raise. 300 to go. Min raise is going to be 350. There's the extra 50. Mr. Blasto. And Lou makes the call. Jack high. I may have had an error on the card readers on that one. Maybe Mohawk is a little bit too close to the table. It's possible. I wonder if we can get a reveal of Lou's hand. Can't imagine Jack 10 would have called there. Second nut, no pair. And Paisaki's pulling in a big pot there. Now is the winner. The winningest player at the table for this current session here, and the chip leader at 24-25. Up 16-65 on the session. Frankie in second place, up almost $500. $1,700 in his stack. JK up 190. Coach up 55. And Lou taking Heath's seat. Hoping that's the hot one. And Paisaki's too many chips to stack before he gets some more cards. Coach with the ace-9 making the call here, coming along for a straddle. Decent straddle hand. Mr. Blasto with the 10-9 suited. Jose with the king-jack suited. JK with the ace-jack suited. Lou calling 40 with the queen-9 offsuit. Ace 9-6 on the board. Coach with 2 pair. That 9 may be just enough to get Lou in trouble here. Mr. Blasto, though, is also going to be betting $40 with his pair of 9s. Backdoor heart draw. Jose just not connecting enough with that board. JK with the ace-jack, the pair of aces. Also could be getting into trouble here. Looks like he puts in a big raise. 200 to go. Lou escaping danger. Coach with 2 pair, trying to decide, does he just put it all in right now? And he does go for it. And a bet and a 3-bet in front of him. The old check raise all in. JK may be able to get away from danger here. That bet is quite sizable. Pair of aces with a jack kicker usually feels pretty good, but when you're facing this much aggression, alarm bells usually going off in your head. There it is. There's the call. They agree to go twice. And JK not close to dead by any stretch. That diamond sure helps. Oh, and an 8 there on the river. Already burning one of the diamonds that JK needs to make the flush. Oh, a second diamond comes off, and there's a queen on the river. Coach holds on both boards. And JK looking unhappy with the result of that one. Does take off. We've seen 2 players felt it already. This is a dangerous game that we're playing. And a dealer change. Mr. Jason coming into the box here. And speaking of anything, that ladies tournament coming up, the women's championship starting us off tomorrow at CCC. Do not forget, 3 p.m. is when that kicks off. And we're going to be doing day 2 here at KoJack's with a live stream on the final table. And Flight B here at KoJack's. Flight A tomorrow at CCC, our sister club in Odessa. Flight B here at KoJack starting us off at 6 p.m. Frankie with the queen 10 in the straddle. Jose raising a 45 with the ace 10 suited. Mohawk abandoning the ace deuce suited. Paisaki's with some pocket 7s. Frankie in the straddle. Some Broadway cards. Dominated by Jose, but does make the call. Can't say I hate it. Under the gun. And there's a queen on the board. Frankie hits top pair. Jose with the flush draw. This could spell danger. And Paizaki is going to bet out with his pocket sevens. Nobody taking a stab at it. He's going to go ahead and give it a shot. Frankie and Jose making the call. I believe, yeah, there it is. A 3 comes off on the turn, a 3 of diamonds. It is red, but no hearts for Jose. And the 5 on the river will give Frankie the check mark. Frankie not likely to go for any oh, okay, well, never mind. Frankie betting $100. And Paizaki's making the call there. Yeah, looks like we got a new player to the table here. We are running a feeder table here to this live stream room. And Mr. Lou wanting some fresh chips. That's what happens with that 100% match. We are adding things on, chipping up, big stacks coming. And Lou, pretty healthy stack of black chips there. Another 1,500 going on. And Jose with the straddle. That straddle is not mandatory, but short seems like it is. Just about every player has been straddling pretty effectively here. You'll love to see it. Loosening the game up. Jose with the house hand the second time. Well, almost. King of hearts, jack of spades. Just swapped around a little bit this time. And Lotus, newcomer to the table here with the queen jack, is going to fold to the 3-bet from Lou. 10-7 suited. Frankie looking for a set of 4s. The sailboat is there, and he is sailing away. Other players not really connecting too well with this flop. Jose checks. Lou bets $100. $75. And Frankie with the smooth call here. Give Lou a little bit of rope. Frankie in position. No need really to raise it up quite yet. That 3 pairing the board gives Frankie the full house and the check mark. Lou officially drawing dead. Low cards usually within Lou's range. Betting 190. And Frankie with the smooth call once again. A 3rd club hits the board. Does Lou slow down? It doesn't look like he's about to. Let's see the wheels turning on a bet size, it looks like. What are the odds my opponent has a flush? What are the odds he connected with the paired board? And it looks like 325 is the number that he lands on. Frankie with the call. Oh, sorry, Frankie with the all-in. And Lou cannot call here. And it looks like Lou does fold. Frankie taking down that pot. Chipping up to 27.85. Frankie in the black by about $1,500. Actually pulling into first place for the winner so far on the session, and is the chip leader now officially at 2,785 in his stack. 1510 in profit. Coach up $1,000. And Lou down about $3,000 currently. It just needs to hit a couple of times. One double up will get him close to being back. And we'll give him the big chip stack. Tour with the Queen 4, switching seats. Sleeper straddle is on. Lou with the kings now. Raising it up. $25 to go. Paisaki's out of there. Mohawk out of there. Coach out of there. Frankie with the Queen 5. And Jose with the offsuit ace 4 here. Going to 3-bet to $20. Lou with the snap re-raise here. $125 to go. Frankie can't call that. Lou out of there. Or sorry, Jose out of there. And Lou grabs that pot. And one more time for that women's championship. $5K guarantee for the ladies. $140 entry. Very good tournament. We're doing Flight A at CCC in Odessa, our sister club. Doing Flight B here at KoJack's. Flight A at 3 p.m., Flight B at 6 p.m. And then we'll be doing day 2. Top 12% of the players for each flight will be entered into day 2. I'm thinking we'll get about 2 tables going for day 2 to begin with, and then we'll live stream the final table here at KoJack's right on this very table in this very room. I say I'm very much looking forward to it. Lou with the King 10, but Mr. Blasto with the Ace 10. Blasting off. Going all in for 180. And Lou folds. Blasto picking up $20 of dead money. Chipping up a little bit, a little at a time. Now Mr. Jason shuffling up another hand. Thanks again for checking us out. Having a good time on this Thursday. I hope you are as well. And Lou with the King 10. Getting a decent run of cards here. Frankie, though, with the Queen Jack, raising it up to $40. Mr. Blasto went all in with the Ace 10. Now he's got 2 10s in his hand. There it goes. All in once again. And he's going to take that one down. No customers for that all in. Yeah, it looks like we may have a little mishap with the cards here. Nope, no mishap. And Lou with the 4-3. Can't help himself going in. Mohawk with the queen jack. Also going in. Hey, Cody Howard in the chat. What's going on, my man? Queen jack on the flop for Mohawk. And we do have another newcomer to the table. Miss Yan out there. And the big winner, Cody. What's going on, my man? Hope you're feeling fine. Mr. Paisakis is the big winner now, up $1,455. Frankie up $1,425. Coach up $1,000. Yeah, it looks like Liu throwing the party right now, down 32.05. And may have left the table here, at least for now. Hey, Cody, by the way, I got 9,700 trophies in Clash Royale the other day. I'm coming for you. Been doing pretty well with my Golem deck. Got that Evo E-Drag. If you know what I'm talking about, then you are a nerd like me. All right, Mr. Frankie limping in. Cody saying, damn, Lou. Yeah, you're right. Cody also throwing some very slight shade my way. Thinking I'll never catch up. Waiting on the graphics here for this one. Frankie is in the hand. There is an ace and a queen on the flop. And that'll do it. Mr. Lotus folding his hand. And Jason taking it down. And we've got another straddle out there, Mr. Coach. Straddling it up. Getting up to $10 before he even sees his cards. I say I like the straddle bets. I really do. Cody saying they got stats for that. 2002 seems one-sided. Yeah. And Paisaki's making the call here. And we are working on the phone and headset situation. Currently, we're on a 15-minute delay. Keep that in mind, everybody.
Are you seeing graphics? I don't have. I haven't had anything for the last 2 hands. Everything's working normal.
Here, I'll just. Cool. Almost same. On my hand, 56. I've had it every hand.
Okay. Thanks.
And maybe some sort of a connection issue here with the computers. Not looking at any cards. Everything seems to be working normally. Cody saying, good luck. Yeah, you are right, my man. Need all the luck in the world. And we'll be right back here while I solve some technical issues.
I'm gonna wait on this hand and see what happens. There's no point in me commentating, but yeah, it's not showing anything.
You don't.
Yeah, and I don't want to fill 15 minutes of air with no cards after you checked and unchecked that box.
Yeah.
I may call it in 15 minutes if we don't. Dude, Basil's just going fucking nuts. I did. I've addressed it every single fucking time. I need to tell Luis Robert to be better at policing that. If you ever see that while you're doing the graphics, feel free to let the dealer know. Or rather, please let the dealer know.
Oh, yeah. I always try to.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I pay attention, I'm just doing this. And then
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's good.
It's a lot to keep track of everyone. Seems like it's 9. Oh, 45. I don't even. I'm just over it right now. Basil's pissing me off. Graphics are not working.
There was like a weird thing where it like made me re-log in. Like it made me redo the password to like Lou left, but he was on the button. So I could go and it didn't work. I'm like, okay, I gotta take him out. I took him out. It wouldn't let me do anything. Wouldn't let me do anything, and then it just goes back to password. So maybe something like that.
Maybe.
Security delay still on, so everything like that.
Yeah, maybe disconnected. I don't want to shut down the server.
Yeah, that'd be best.
I don't really want to restart the action tracker either,
Yeah.
because then yeah, let's restart the action tracker after the fan, and then see what happens. And if it doesn't come back, we'll just call it. Team's not communicating still. Oh, that's good. Close that program. It's action tracker. Yeah.
I didn't know if it mattered if I closed it.
Oh, I don't think so. That's good.
Fully reset anything. This one's still keep all the same.
Well, I don't think it shouldn't matter because this is talking about that, not that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, too bad.
Do you still have Jason's half bomb on Tito's?
Jason's what?
Half bomb on Tito's?
I don't think so.
Vodka?
No, I don't think so. I think I tossed that one.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you kept that one the other day.
No.
I tossed it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kill the live stream. I don't even know what it is anymore.
You just want to make this last time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the last time.
We're having some difficulty with the live stream for this video. I don't even need to track this hand anymore.
All right, everybody. We are back in action, kind of.
I hate to do this, but it looks like our graphics issues are unresolved. So rather than fly blind this whole time, we are going to have to end this live stream just a little bit early. Thanks again, everybody, for checking us out. We did have a good time watching some crazy action. This game is going to keep going, and it looks like there is a seat open. If anybody wants to join, come on out to KoJack's. We're still running 5 tables right now. We've got 4 on the main floor, and we've got 1, of course, the live stream table. And we may have had too many connection issues or something like that due to the phones or the headsets. We'll make sure we stay on top of it. Thank you, everybody, for your comments, your likes, your subscribes, and don't forget about the Women's Championship. I believe Miss Yan is going to be taking part in that, starting us off tomorrow. We'll be going strong at 3 p.m. at CCC in Odessa, and we'll be doing our Flight B here at KoJack's, starting us off 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then on Sunday, day 2, we're taking the top 15% of anybody in Flight A and in Flight B. I expect we'll have about 2 tables going for that tournament on day 2 on Sunday, August 3rd. We're going to kick things off at 1 p.m. here at KoJack's and live stream the final table. That'll be a lot of fun. Thanks again for checking us out, everybody. We've had a good time today. But again, those graphics just seem like they stopped working on us, unfortunately. So we are going to call the live stream just a little bit early. Got about another 25, 30 minutes left on that live stream. So thanks again for joining us. And we are going to have a good time back in action again next week on Thursday. So make sure to put your name on the list or let me know if you are interested in playing our live stream next Thursday. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We'll be doing a different game, not doing the 5 on the button hold'em next week, but we've got some big things.